Hey Stephen, and this is a new guide, and in this guide I want to talk about the importance of album artwork. Now I really think sometimes artwork can be criminally overlooked when people release music, because I think it can be just as important as the music sometimes. Now hold on, I know there are going to be people out there saying, what the hell, you can't say that, but hear me out. I've got a couple of things I want to discuss in this video. One, why I think it really matters, and two, where I think it is going. Why album art matters. I've split this up into 3 points, and the first point is what I like to call the magpie effect. Do you know that saying that people say about food, when about presentation, and they say the first bite is with the eye? That can be very true with music as well. I think the first listen is with the eye. You know, when you're kind of blindly scrolling through like music on Bandcamp or SoundCloud, what is it that makes you hit that play button? Is it the track name or the artist, or is it the artwork? Now for me, and I'm guessing a majority of people listening, they'll say the artwork, it's visually striking. We're visual people. I've been calling this the magpie effect because magpies are attracted to shiny things, just as I believe that we're attracted to visual things. Number two, the story. Now whatever you're releasing, be it a concept album or a live recording or even a greatest hits, the artwork helps translate that story to people. For example, think of the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's, Johnny Cash's at San Quentin, or think of a greatest hits. The first one comes to my head, Queen's Greatest Hits 1. They all have memorable covers that help translate the story. I like to think of Jeff Bridges' character in The Big Lebowski, where he has his rug that is stolen and he just goes around saying, hey man, that rug really tied the room together. I like to think of that about album covers. Number three, it helps build your brand. Now, I don't know if you ever did this in school, but we did something called the Pepsi versus Coca-Cola test, where basically we were given a glass of each without the branding. So we wouldn't know which was which, and we'd have to guess which was Pepsi, which was Coca-Cola. The majority of people didn't get it right, and it has always stuck with me, this idea, because I'm not saying that people won't like your music just from listening to it. That's absurd. But it will help them to remember who you are when you do release a consistent kind of piece of artwork the next time round. Okay, to sum that up then, we've got the magpie effect, which is all about making visually appealing artwork. Number two, we've got the story, which is all about how we translate what we're trying to get across in the artwork. And finally, we've got the branding, which is all about how we encourage people to listen again to our next record and further on. Okay, let's move on to where I think artwork's going in this digital age. Okay, so how will artwork evolve? Now we have to be clever and really creative about this, but there are things out there that are kind of inspiring, and I didn't really know about this, but I was listening to Spotify the other day and I was listening to the Stranger Things soundtrack. Now I moved the cursor away from the player on my desktop, and there was an overlay that appeared over the screen, which was all misty, and a torchlight kind of appeared in place of the position bar, and at the side of the screen with these kind of unearthly roots. Now this is all imagery and stable imagery from the show, but I thought that was so cool that they could do that, and I thought, how can we do it, or is there anyone else doing it? And the only other example I could find on Spotify was Star Wars music. If you play any Star Wars music, well, the Star Wars music I came across, the progression bar just changed into a lightsaber, and as it built up, as the track went on, the light built up. I thought that was so cool. Obviously these are just a bit of fun, they're Easter eggs. And so I kind of looked into what iTunes did on the flip side, and they do something called interactive LPs. Now I knew about this because I bought a bunch of Beatles albums. Again, how many Beatles albums do I need to buy? And they come with interactive artwork where you can select all the tracks as normal, but also they have other things like a video and artwork and things like that to kind of mess around with. Well, that was really cool, but really sad to hear about recently that they're discontinuing this service in March. No idea why. Okay, this is what I want to hand off to you guys, because I really think that digital music lacks the kind of physicality of like CDs and vinyl and tapes and all that kind of stuff. And the possibilities are kind of endless with the digital space, but we've hardly tapped that potential. I mean, I've only just came across this thing on Spotify, and apparently there are only a few instances of this. And as I said, iTunes is stopping their interactive artwork. Why? It makes no sense. Are we just gonna go with the square artwork on all of our music releases going forward? I think there's so much potential there that we've just got to start thinking creatively. Like, one of my previous releases with Wired to Follow was something called Eliza 66, which was basically the concept was all about this rudimentary version of AI that came out like in 1966. Now, I should have really been thinking outside the box with how we were kind of going to work on that with the artwork, with that digitally. I could have created a new website all about it with all the kind of AI tools all about it. Anyway, my camera just died because I'm ranting too much. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you want to see more videos like this, excessively ranty videos, yeah, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time with another guide. See you later, guys. Bye.